Iqaluit could run out of water by the end of this year. The city has just issued a notice about a shortage in the water supply. Car washes are now banned, and access to a main road is shut off because it's needed to set up equipment and hoses for secondary water pumping. To talk more about this, we're joined now by Andrew Medeiros. He's an Arctic freshwater researcher, and he's in Halifax this morning. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. So you published a study that showed Iqaluit's one main water supply, which is Lake Geraldine, is at risk of becoming irreversibly depleted. Why now? What's happened? Was there a tipping point that happened recently?
Yeah, so our work was actually 2 years ago that we told the city that they could have a serious problem on their hands with their freshwater supply. And many Arctic communities are in the same boat. They have one single lake as their reservoir. And the range of period of time that we told them that they might have this crisis was about a 5-year window, depending on variability in weather. And it just so happened that this year the stars aligned, I guess, in terms of that weather variability, that they had a much longer ice off. So the ice didn't melt off the reservoir, and so nothing can come into that reservoir. There's no rain or snow melt that would normally refill that basin. And so that extended winter period means that their supply was drastically declined. And then when it finally melted off, there wasn't enough precipitation to refill that reservoir. So if it goes back into another winter and that second winter is long, they would actually probably exhaust their supply.
So what happened when you presented these findings to the city? What was their response?
Well, we had a workshop over 5 days in 2016 where we presented a myriad of results and solutions that they had actually come to us with, including drawing water from other local streams and rivers. The problem was none of them are particularly large, none of them have a very high flow. And in any kind of situation where you have less precipitation, those sources of water themselves will have less water in them.
So what we were reading that that secondary option is to draw water from the Apex River, at least as a short-term solution. But you're saying that that's the viability for that long-term won't work.
Yeah, that river is very, very small. It would actually be classified as a stream in any other jurisdiction. And in any situation where you have a very warm summer and a very extended winter, you have a very high rate of evaporation, and that river is just not going to be flowing in an amount large enough to replenish that lake. Plus, the river itself contains a fish population that the local community uses for food, recreation, and cultural heritage. And so draining out that river is not a good solution to replenish their water supply. They really should have actually come up with solutions 2 years ago when we brought this issue forward.
All right, well, we'll be paying very close attention. Thank you for highlighting it for us this morning. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you very much.